Hey everyone, what if I told you that the most common way traders think about success is, well, it's just completely wrong. So many people think it's all about winning trade after trade, but the pros, they're playing a totally different game using a very different scoreboard. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly what's on it. Just let that sink in for a second. It sounds completely backward, doesn't it? But honestly, this one question cuts right to the heart of the massive difference between how amateurs approach the market and how professionals build lasting careers. Okay, this slide just lays it all out perfectly. Look at Trader 1 on the left. This person feels like a genius, winning a whopping 70% of the time. But here's the kicker. Their losses are 3 times bigger than their wins, so over time, they're just slowly bleeding out. Now, look at Trader 2. This trader is only right 40% of the time, yet they are consistently making money. Why? Because their wins are double the size of their losses. So you see, it's not about how often you win, it's all about how much you win when you're right versus how much you lose when you're wrong. And that leads us perfectly into our first major point. It's time to officially bust the biggest and frankly, the most dangerous myth in all of trading. This obsession with having a high win rate. So here's the textbook definition. It's a simple percentage, right? And you know what? It feels good to have a high one. It's a nice little ego boost. It makes you feel like you're right all the time. But let me be clear. Being right and being profitable are two totally different things. A high win rate is just one little piece of a much, much more important puzzle. And this right here, this is the key that unlocks professional level thinking. You can absolutely be wrong more often than you are right and still be wildly successful. The only thing that matters is that your winning trades are significantly larger than your losing ones. It's all about the relationship, the ratio, between those two numbers. So if the win rate isn't the holy grail, then what is? Well, let's get into the metric that really truly tells you if your trading system is actually making money or just spinning its wheels. Everybody, meet the profit factor. This is your system's ultimate report card. It doesn't care how many trades you won. All it cares about is how much money your winners made compared to how much your losers lost. It's a pure, unfiltered measure of your system's efficiency. And here's the benchmark you should be aiming for. Look, any profit factor over 1 means you're profitable, which is a start. But a score over 1.5, that's considered good. And if you start hitting 2.0 or higher, now you're in the zone. This gives you a real, tangible number to shoot for. Let's just walk through a quick example. Let's say your total profits were $10,000 and your total losses were $5,000. You just divide the profits by the losses and you get a profit factor of 2.0. That means for every single dollar you risked and lost, your system generated $2 in profit. That is a powerful, sustainable edge. Okay, so beyond just profits, you know what professionals are absolutely obsessed with? Survival. Staying in the game. So let's look at the metrics that measure risk, resilience, and your ability to stick around long enough to actually let your edge play out. Maximum drawdown. This one is huge. Think of this as your pain meter. It's the biggest drop your account takes from its highest point. And why does this matter so much? Because a massive drawdown doesn't just hurt you financially, it crushes you psychologically. It can force you to give up right before things are about to turn around. And this is the line in the sand. Most pro traders will not allow their maximum drawdown to go below 20%. They know that protecting their capital during the inevitable tough times is the only secret to being around for the good times. This is non-negotiable risk management, folks. Now let's talk about the flip side of that coin, the recovery factor. If drawdown is the punch you take to the gut, the recovery factor is how fast you get back up off the canvas. It's all about the resilience of your strategy. I love this slide because it just makes it so clear. Drawdown and recovery. The pain and the bounce back. You have to understand both. A system that takes a hit but recovers quickly is so much better than one that just stays down for the count. And finally, let's talk about the Sharpe ratio. This one answers one of the smartest questions you can ask in trading. Am I actually being paid enough for all the risk and volatility I'm dealing with? It makes sure your great returns aren't just the result of a wild, reckless ride. And this table illustrates it brilliantly. You've got Trader B pulling in a 20% annual return. Looks great, right? But look at their volatility, their risk. It's 3 times higher than Trader A's. So when you actually calculate the risk-adjusted return, you see that Trader A has a far superior, way more efficient strategy. They're getting smooth, excellent returns for very little risk. That is what professional trading is all about.
Okay, we've covered a lot of numbers, but the best system in the entire world is completely useless if the human being running it can't handle the pressure. And that brings us to the ultimate X factor, your own mind.
These right here, these are the real indicators of success. Can you actually execute your plan when you're scared? Can you manage your greed and fear? Are you self-aware enough to reflect and learn from your mistakes? These behaviors are every bit as important as your profit factor.
And this is really the bottom line, isn't it? True, long-term, sustainable success means you're not just growing an account. You're doing it in a way that doesn't destroy your mental health. Trading is a marathon, not a sprint, and you simply cannot run a marathon fueled by pure stress.
So let's put all the pieces together. How do these metrics and this mindset combine to create a lasting, successful trading career? It's all about playing the long game. Here they are, the 4 pillars. It all starts with longevity and survival. You have to manage your risk so you can stay in the game. Then you have to be adaptable because the markets are always changing. From there, you work on generating consistent results. And finally, you never ever stop learning and refining your approach. And this is the most important thing I want you to walk away with. Stop chasing one huge win or a perfect win rate. It's a dead end. Instead, start building a process, a sustainable process, built on a foundation of solid, professional metrics and an even stronger mindset. So we'll leave it there. You have just seen the blueprint, the actual dashboard that professional traders use to measure their success. So the only question left for you is, which one of these metrics are you going to start mastering first?